About the mental screen area, you can imagine we have researched, and we did research all these ideas for 22 years before we came out to the public to see if people liked what we had found. And as you know, people have liked what we have found, and because of that, we are now teaching, right at this moment, in every state of the United States, Hawaii, Alaska, Puerto Rico, and Guam, and 72 other nations, and 17 languages, and having right now people, millions of people using our method. When I say millions, over 7 million so far to date have been recorded as practicing our method in 72 nations, in 17 languages, and we're teaching thousands per month in these many nations, in these many languages. So there's something about it that it was worthwhile having researched this method for 22 years. Now, about the mental screen, what have we found as scientifically to back it up? What does science say about what we're doing? We're saying that if you concentrate on this part of the head where your eyes are, your brain gets ready for you to focus. And when your brain gets ready for you to focus, it's going to function on 20 vibrations per second. Now, this is the only one, biological sense, that requires 20 vibrations of the brain per second, focusing of the eyes. Now, if we close our eyes, we can concentrate and we can learn to use other dimensions of the brain. We can go to 10 cycles, we go to 5 cycles, brain frequency, and do other things there that we are able to do. But if you're focusing, you cannot go to these other dimensions because you're held by the brain to be on 20, because your intention is to focus. Your intention is a program for the brain. You intend to see, brain gets ready. When you intend to use this part of the head, it means you intend to see. Because the only thing we have in this part of the head are the eyes. And that means you intend to see. When you intend to see, you need to focus. And focusing requires 20 vibrations of the brain. So, it's a big mistake to want to visualize in this area. When you want to be at alpha, 10 cycles, or to be able to imagine in this area, when you want to stay at alpha 10 cycles, because you will not be able to. So, in order to break that habit, you must practice with your eyes open. As though you want to imagine something or see something away from you, out of your body, not here at all. You want to get away from here. So, the mental screen is 20 degrees from the horizon, up there. All this area is the area of the mental screen. So whatever we want to visualize or imagine must be placed over there, not here at all. As though you're away from this screen, we call it a mental screen, project all the images that you have seen and go over them verbally or mentally in full detail and color, and you're visualizing, you're practicing visualization on your mental screen. Now, why 20 degrees from the level of the horizon? Because it has been found that we need to be at alpha. This is the door to the right brain hemisphere. Alpha dimension is the name given by scientists to this particular region of the brain. That particular function is called alpha brain function. It covers from 7 to 14 cycles. The center is 10 cycles. So the door, centered, 10 cycles. Centered means half of 20. We operate mostly on 20 when we're conscious using the left brain hemisphere. But when we want to use the right one, we must go to 10 cycles. That's the door, the connection to the right brain hemisphere. The left brain hemisphere reigns in the physical world, the visible world of the body. The right one reigns, right brain hemisphere reigns in the invisible world of the mind. And everything has to be done first in the invisible world of the mind before it can be materialized and appear on the physical part of our world, the visible world of the body. So then, the mental screen, why in that position, 20 degrees higher than the level of the horizon? Because it has been found that by moving your eyes 20 degrees upwards produces a stronger alpha. That's the only position that produces stronger alpha. So we want to stay at alpha. So when we move our eyes like so, producing a stronger alpha will help us to stay at alpha, to work out our cases, to detect problems and try to figure out solutions for those problems. We must look for means and ways. Using more of our mind, more of our brain, means we're using a superior part of the brain. Some senses we left behind. Visualization we left behind. We see as though we're still using it, because when we speak, we talk to people. After we say something, we say, you see what I mean? And by gosh, you did not see what you meant. They understood what you meant. See what I mean means convert what I'm saying into a mental movie and see what I mean. That's what that is in practicing visualization. That's how we can practice. And from here on, be aware that when people say this, that's the key word for you to think about what you should have done, and from there on do it. Make mental movies of what people are telling you, explaining whatever it is. Then you will see what they mean, not just understand what they mean. The same thing with imagination. Some people will come to you and say, can you imagine what happened down the street? And they relate something that happened. Then you say, oh, that's awful. You did not imagine anything. Again, you understood what they meant. Imagine means you create a mental movie in relation to what this person is saying, and you will be surprised how accurate you were in actually seeing the colors of what happened and whatever took place when you imagined an alpha. It's as though you're reading this person's mind. If a car hit another car, you will see the model of car and the color of the car that did it when you are functioning, perceiving information when you are alpha. With your eyes defocused, or close your eyes to hear what the person is saying. When they say, imagine what happened down the street, and they relate something that happened, if you are really at your level, you're going to imagine what the person saw. You're not going to understand what the person saw and not know what the person saw, but through the spoken words only. So then again, this is a mental screen. Eyes should be rolled slightly upwards, 20 degrees from the horizontal level, 20 degrees, and maintain there with your eyes closed, visualizing and imagining when you are at 10 cycles. Now remember, you need to first find the 10 cycle dimension in order to get there. Once you have practiced the exercises that we have indicated, you will be there. Now once there, you use all this that we say. Project your eyes in this manner, and then you practice visualization, make it stronger. You practice imagination, make it stronger. What is imagination? When you have developed a good faculty of visualization, that will lend itself for imagination, for better memory, and better what now are saying, people are calling it, scientists, clairvoyance. Clairvoyance is a person who uses both brain hemispheres consciously. A clairvoyant is a person who has learned to use the subconscious consciously. That's what that means. So now once you learn through these exercises to enter that dimension, you start becoming a clairvoyant. You start using the right brain hemisphere to imagine and visualize. Now, what's imagination? Imagination is altering something that you have seen to the sense of sight and made an impression on your brain, on the left brain hemisphere, and then you have transferred it to the right brain hemisphere. It is here that you can make alterations. Maybe you saw a house with 2 rooms. Well, again, add 2 more rooms to the house. Now you imagine a house of 4 rooms. There you go. Now that is image modification, and image modification is imagination. You're practicing image modification with or through imagination. You're now learning what imagination is, to create something for the first time. There was the house that you saw did not have 4 rooms, it had only 2 rooms. Add 2 more to it, now it's 4. If you see a 4-legged table, add 2 more legs to it, now you have a 6-legged table. In this manner, you're using what you have used before and developed, which is visualization, to help you develop imagination. When you practice visualization and you have practiced imagination at the alpha level, you are a clairvoyant then. You're going to perceive information when you need to perceive information, especially when do you need it, when there's a problem that you need to solve. And only for that, these dimensions are used, only for problem solving, for nothing else. Not to create problems. You will not be allowed to stay there. Whenever you think about creating a problem, you'll be ejected back to the left brain hemisphere and not to 20 cycles. You cannot stay here. Thank God that that's the way it works, or else people will hurt each other by using this dimension. So then, visualization, know what that is, practice it and develop it. Imagination, know what that is, practice it and develop it. Now, when you're functioning, your awareness is functioning, your soul, your human intelligence, your spirit is functioning from the left brain hemisphere. Physics as we know it stands as it is. The past is behind you, the present is where you stand, and the future is ahead of you. But now, when your awareness, your soul, your spirit is operating, your consciousness is operating now from the right brain hemisphere, the past is to your right, the present is ahead of you, and the future is to your left. So now you know. Don't place what you want to happen when you're functioning at the alpha dimension on the right. In the past, because you will never be. In the present, because things are changing so fast, you will never be able to make it. Place it towards the left, where the future evolving processes of creation will eventually reach it and materialize your thoughts. So you want to place all your imagery that you create with your right brain hemisphere, your human intelligence, your imagination, those images, the blueprints, place them on the left for them to become materialized. So in front of you is the condition as is. Next to the left, 15 degrees. To the left, establish the blueprint of what changes you need or want to solve a problem. And seeing, imagining already taking place. Correction already taking place when you're dealing with the problem. Then move that image still further, 15 degrees further to the left, and imagine the end results. In the future, this is what will happen, because you have created with the power of mind, with imagination, using the right brain hemisphere. This is the creative process. God has created an energy for us to create with, and this is the energy that can be manipulated, can be controlled, can be used by using the right brain hemisphere through visualization and the imagination, and accomplish your goals, reach your goals in this manner.
Detect hidden information. Influence people remotely. Make better decisions. Be more times right than wrong. Unlock your psychic powers with Jose Silva's Everyday ESP Master Course at booksellers worldwide in audio, ebook, print, and large print editions.